Here you go, y'all. Under the street lights. And I just met up with the good soldiers, man. I needed some squig rest. Bless them. But yeah. Doing my observations, as a person born in the black community, well, I don't believe in the black community, but what they call in the United States, disappointed to see there were three white guys. And I used to be a very prejudiced type person because of injustice of people that saying skin pigmentation, injustices at times prior. And I'm above the oppression in the essence of taking it as oppression now that I've been afforded the opportunity to come from under it and forge your own path with love, tender touch. Really just eat, drink, be merry, and love the wife that the Lord gives me. And that's one section. And for me is you can't be just fun. If you don't work, you don't eat. But very disappointed black community. We have a lot of strife and distrust amongst each other. Me being from 4th Row, which is like Lake County, Ohio, I get it. I sound like a white boy talking about some motherfucking pointed out a Tupac trap shit, Bowsy Skip. But I assure you, both of my parents are Negroes, mama and papa. And then my stepdad, who I was raised with since I was 9 years old. Now being up more 20 something, that's damn near 30 years ago, over 20 years ago, but like over 25, years ago. You don't have to be like what you come from, you know what I mean? Or you don't have to look like what you've been through, better to say. Shout out to my Uncle Cecil L. Smith out there, Bed-Stuy in Brooklyn. But doing my observations, I hope that taking on the product out of their Tupac moniker could be the advertisement by permission. I hope Mr. Shakur understands I'm not trying to arc off his beautiful catalog about it, where I'll never be able to surpass it because of that fact I had his example. You know what I mean? Even my accolades go astronomical or whatnot. And I'm personally taking a shot at some information Floyd Mayweather let public saying he should be the greatest boxer and whatnot. And he has a point. I get it. You know what I mean? He undefeated, where he done something, quote unquote, but hasn't been done in the boxing arena and realm. But he had to understand he had their example ahead of him, which they didn't have to establish their market monitors. So really, we're like kind of like all equal. At the end of the day, it'll balance out. Thankfully, Mr. Mayweather Floyd B. Jr., he's still in the land of the living. And what that approximates is, he still got a chance to lose. You know what I'm saying? Or continue to keep winning. So I hope that, I would like to say, take him as a brother, only because I paid money pay-per-view fight to Manny Pacquiao, and it was interesting. Him himself was being recorded talking about that he, at a youthful age, had called upon the Lord or whatnot to help him be motivated, transcending in that boxing arena. Since his pops, I believe, watching that Pacquiao Mayweather fight was the one that indoctrinated him into the game and trained him. But, I like to make these things short and concise. I know people's attention span is like, minute sometimes, but I hope that I can be an entertainer or a motivational speaker. I'm just a person, a regular, in the regular fields of life. And tired of like people come from my way of life. We get these brilliant, impactful situations and times, and it's undercut by being incarcerated or all crazy adversity where the nigga can't even enjoy the fruits of his labor or even the people around him. You know what I mean? So I come in peace, like shalom, peace, man, with some depth and some length, some height and some width. So whereas, I hope to pass the light spouse's torch and whatnot. But yeah, black community, I just hope we be both kind. That's why I'm the color poetic, saying instantaneously followed behind a lot of the Tupac adjustment for that fact. I mean, toning it down. Like, yes, in the 90s, yes, we needed that flair, that niggas, dubious passion, and whatnot. But now, in this era, there are more than enough peaceful means It was not to advance their agenda and to come from under that prison system and shit. What is it? Unconscious and conscious racism, biases, and stereotypes as tax for dudes that come from poverty, poor. It went not, and even more, the gentrification process of Negroes in America or whatnot, wherever the hell you want to call us. I really believe we the Aboriginal is the original. You know what I mean? Ain't no motherfucker coming on no boat like that to where we have a grand population. You know what I'm saying? Bodies, here on this soil. So leave your thoughts, you know what I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong. Right now, I'm just stimulating the discussion. So niggas can get their money on I'm taking this away from Big Brother Pot, you know what I mean? Taking niggas' weaknesses and turning them into strengths. And think we had the platforms to do that with the social media, where you have zero startup money dollars, essentially, or loosely saying. And man, and just keep adding to it, like Brother Pot. What he said one time. He said, I'm a pimp. I ain't no hoe. I don't milk off no nigga. You know what I mean? I'll take what little bit God gave me and keep doubling and doubling. And now we ain't got to be ride or die. You know what I mean? You can just be ride or buy. And what that is, give it what you got in your dealings and relationships, whether tangible and intangible. And don't be afraid, to say bye. And I ain't talking about like death either. You know what I'm saying? Like Enoch, and the patriarch, David, he had times and adversities, but he died at a tender old age. For the black community, I'm trying to let Father Time be our biggest enemy and not know tangible or intangible things in this earth. Shalom, you know what I mean, with that unconditional love, you know what I'm saying, agape amare style, with fidelis, loyalty, pure loyalty, and beneficiary or blessings. That just kind of speaks for itself. So we're trying to hear very creative and pun intended and not intended, poetically insert this, but I could never surpass Tupac Amaru Shakur, and intentionally, that's why I got the poetic latter day Tupac. It's just exaggeration to bring light to the cause, which I always fall second to. You know what I mean? Because he has buffered himself and whatnot. And I get little brother always trying to surmount and come under the shadow of Big Brother, but I'm thankful, brother. Thank you. That probably protected me. You know what I mean? Exactly. So same thing. Could break you, but really, if you look at it a different way, can make you. All right, life at the crack, trademark. You know what I'm saying? Fast life discipline.